talk about the difference between love and lust.
Yes.
And why this is so important. Explain that a little bit to me.
So we confuse the two a lot, and they are very, very different. Lust takes, love gives. Lust is just a feeling. It's the feeling, it's desire, it's primal, it's what can I get from this person? How can I get my mostly physical needs met? And love is about what can I give? What can I build with this person? What needs can I meet in addition to what needs I'm getting fulfilled? And the thing is that lust is that thing that happens in the beginning. All of us have longing. And we have longing for love, we have longing for sex, but we also have longing to live a life that maybe we're not already living. And when this person who we're really excited about comes into our lives, it's almost as if they are fulfilling this dream that we have, this longing that we have to live a different kind of life. We think they're going to come and they're going to rescue us and everything's going to be better. And so it's very exciting. But then it's also very, very disorienting because in the lust phase, we can get a little crazy. We can get anxious. We can get obsessive. We can get dysregulated emotionally. Love is what happens after that stage where we hopefully form a deeper connection with someone, where we start to build the foundation of trust and safety. Love can be sexy, but love is not really the sexy part. It's the everything else part. And it's just absolutely not. And so when people think, oh my God, I love this person, they're amazing. No, you don't love them. You are obsessed with, you're infatuated, you're in lust. Two very different things. And if you don't know that, if you can't understand that, then you are going to be the person who gets very obsessive because they think they love the person versus understanding that that's not what's going on. Or you become the person who breaks a lot of hearts, or you get your heart broken a lot by people who don't understand what love is.
And for the longer term relationships, the love component is a very important one, right? And it's not always that crazy up and down lustful thing that people sometimes imagine that we were portrayed in movies and everywhere else.
Yes, and also love is not about just getting your needs met. It's about how you can actually. Love is not just a feeling that we're wanting to receive as a result of being with someone. Love is an action and a verb. It's what we're going to give. It's the things we're going to do. And that is also a very important distinction, because we think it's just this feeling and that this person should make us feel this way. And then lo and behold, we wonder why our relationships are failing. And for some people, and for most of us, part of that is we don't understand the art of loving and the skill of loving, not just feeling.
What do you think that most people are doing wrong in today's modern dating world with everything online and all of that? What are the most common mistakes you see?
Yeah, some of the most common mistakes I see in the dating world today is too much texting.
Yeah.
So you're texting with a stranger all day long. It's giving you a false sense of intimacy when really you should be getting on the phone or meeting the person to figure out if it's a match, so you're not wasting your time. Another thing that I see in the dating world, common mistake is, we have to have, this is a difficult one because we have to have a certain amount of self-protection, protecting our heart and not just giving it to anyone. But also people are not willing to open up and be honest about what it is that they want. They don't want to be vulnerable at all. So they have all this armor, and then no one is having the important conversations that we need to be having right away to see if someone is right for us. So those are the most common mistakes. And so it's important to have those important conversations. It's important to go out into the dating world knowing what it is that you want. And if you don't know what you want, let's just say you just got out of a divorce or a relationship and you're not quite sure, be honest about that and be honest and be like, I'm dating right now to figure out what it is that I need and what I want.
If I'm someone who's been hurt a lot and I'm really fearful of opening myself up and being vulnerable, what could be a
Yes.
first step? What helps me to get over that? Is it just daring, or is that something I can do?
Well, the deeper work is, are you holding on to a story about your ex that isn't true? Meaning, you know, are you, because here's the thing, that ties into your previous question. One of the biggest internal conflicts that people have, let's just say it's a woman who dates men. A lot of what this woman's internal conflict is, I love men, I want to be in a relationship with a man, but I secretly hate them because I fear them, because
Okay.
I've been hurt so much in the past.
Hmm.
You have to figure out that internal conflict. You have to figure out a way to not hate men and then go out into the dating world, because you're going to have a lot of problems. So you are going to have to figure it out, and you may have some fears around that, but you have to figure that out, which is what I talk about a lot in my courses and stuff like that, and how to really figure that out. But it starts with understanding that beliefs that you have. And then, the armor, you have to, it's such a conundrum. You get out of a relationship that really hurt you, then a lot of times for that person, their task is, how can I learn to meet my needs, to rely on myself? How can I become stronger? But then the paradox is, then you want to get into a relationship. It's, how can I let myself trust love again? And it's really just trusting yourself. It's trusting yourself that you can make better decisions. It's trusting yourself that you can pay attention to red flags. And when something comes up that doesn't feel right, you bring it up.
Yeah, you dare.
Instead of repressing it. So you have to trust that you are going to do things differently. And in doing things differently, you can still then let yourself be vulnerable.
Do you see a difference in men and women in your patients, how they act or what they think about these kind of things?
Yes, what's the same is just the fear of rejection and being hurt is the same in both men and women. Um, but men and women are very different. So yes, they do kind of approach things differently for sure. Some of those differences are, in a relationship, the things that make people feel rejected are sort of different. Men really tend to want to be appreciated for the things that they do give. And women, because humans are wired for safety, women double that, because women are a lot more unsafe in the world. And so a lot of women are, especially women who date men, but women who date women too, are always looking for, where is there a problem here? And we have a habit to, when there's something wrong, to really focus on what's wrong so that we can be protected. That's the unconscious wiring.
Yeah.
But where that gets us into problems with men is, well, she's only focusing on what's wrong. And so I never feel like I can make her happy. And so for men, it's all, how can I make this person happy? And for women, it's like, how can you make me feel safe?
Mm-hmm. That's very important for anyone who listens.
Yeah. And so those two things can really clash.
Yeah.
Because she's always looking for what's wrong, and he's thinking, I'm the problem for everything, which is not true, but he's internalizing that. And then she's thinking, well, why isn't he, he's not doing enough to make me feel secure in this relationship. And so I see this coming into problems all the time.